the emotional kind of connection I had was something that drew me to music a lot.
Do you have a song that is still very special for you from this record? That maybe the situation, how you wrote it, or the story behind it, that still warms you from the inside?
Yeah, I mean the whole album is very personal to me, and there are certain things that I believe in that are truthful about myself. And there's a song called Friends, which is about the end of a relationship and the other person wanting to sort of be friends, and the reality that isn't possible, well, wasn't in that situation. So there are definitely things that I believe are true and I hang on to, in the songs that I've written. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Yeah, I mean, they're all personal to me. A lot of them are about moments in my life or, experiences that I've had. So, yeah, I sign up for them and I believe them. I haven't got anything on the album that I don't, believe.
Are they 100% autobiographical, or are there maybe some bends in reality?
There's always bends in reality, because that's in a way the great thing about art. The art is, it's kind of like, it's a little bit of thievery. You take a bit from yourself, you take a bit from craft, so you take some of motion and then you add, a certain amount of craft to that, and you add certain other things, and you just bring it all together. So, you're free in a sense that you're not slavishly, it's not a slavish diary. You can add ideas and you can add imagery that is just purely artistic. So, yes, some of it is me, some of it is pure, oh, that rhymes with that, and that makes a little pattern that works. So, it's also just free as well, if that makes sense.
Can you remember when you actually wrote the very first song you've ever written? Is that something that you still can remember?
Yeah, it was a very bad song.
Yeah. How was it called?
It was. I can't remember. It was a terrible song. All I remember is it was about love, and it was bad. That's kind of all I remember. I think it was quite Beatley or something, because I was really into the Beatles when I was a kid, so it was sort of me doing a Beatles rip-off. And yeah, thankfully I've erased most of it from my memory because it wasn't good. But yeah.
And how do you see your development from that point?
I don't. I haven't developed. This is it.
Okay.
I flatlined.
Still very bad song?
Still very bad, terrible. Yeah, I think for me the process of putting this first record out is just a huge sigh of relief. For me, it's just kind of like, great, now I can move on, for better and for worse. Here is the future. Here is, okay, now I have 12 months to make a record and put a record together. And I think the truth is that you develop through doing, and what I'll be in 5 years, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to whatever that is. I'm looking forward to kind of, if you like, just letting the river flow, and see what happens. So I think the process of the demands of having to make a record every year or so will be really good for me as a developing thing.